Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through some more types of graphs and some kind of introduction about graphs only. Okay, so first let us go through the order and size of the graph. Guys, this topic is really important and a bit confusing guys. So most of the students will be confusing between what is order and size. So it is a simple topic, but sometimes you will be facing some kind of confusions, right? Okay, so I'll be giving you some kind of trick to remember it also, don't worry. Okay. So the first thing that you should remember is if you know anyone's name or somewhere which is starting with ES, that's absolutely fine. So ES is a trick that you should remember, okay? Or for now you can remember it as Easter, guys. Okay? So EASTER, right? So ES, Easter. Okay? So ES. Okay? So means edges means size. So number of edges is nothing but size. So the opposite of A is nothing but number of vertices will be order. So anyway, remember any one thing guys. So in the opposite way you can find the other. So Easter means ES. Number of edges equal to size. That's it. So if you remember these two things, you can directly do some kind of basic problems if they are given on order and size of a graph. Okay. So the number of vertices in a graph is nothing but order. Okay. Number of vertices is nothing but order. Yes. The number of edges in a graph is nothing but size. Number of edges in a graph is nothing but size. Simple. Right. Okay. So similarly, if there is a small graph given, guys, these kind of questions could be asked for 2 marks. Okay. Or they could just break a LAQ into small parts and they can ask some kind of basic questions like this. Okay. So they have given a small graph and here they are asking about the order and size. So we know ES, that is nothing but edges, number of edges is nothing but size. So edges, count the number of edges, we are having 6 edges like E1 to E6. Okay, so size is 6. Order is nothing but the vertices, so we are having 4 vertices, V1 to V4, that is nothing but 4. Simple, right? Yes. Similarly, now let us go through some more types of graphs. So now let us go through directed graph. So directed graph, from the name itself you can say directed. So there is a particular direction for a particular edge. That's it, simple, right? Okay. So the graph in which the elements of the edges are ordered pairs. Remember this thing guys. So whenever in a question they will be giving, they gave A comma B and A comma C. So they are indirectly saying that this is a directed graph from A to B and A to C. Okay, so in this way it will be working. Okay, so the graph in which the elements of edges are ordered pair of vertices is called as a directed graph or digraph. So in some books it will be given as digraph also. Okay, so in this situation, so please don't say that there is a path from B to A. No, there is only a path from A to B, guys. So you can go from B to A here in this example I am saying. Okay, so you can go from B to A via edge E1, but you cannot directly go from A to B via any edge because you can go in this way, but I'm talking about directed or the particular path, direct path. Okay. Okay. Similarly, non-directed graph. So here only you can say no direction is there. Okay. So a graph which with the elements of the edges set are unordered pairs. Okay. So then you will be saying that as directed graph. Okay. So here there are no directions, right? So if you want to go from B to A, you can use E1, or from A to B, you can use E1. So if you want to just represent them, you can represent in this way. So E1 is in between A comma B and B comma A. If you notice here we are having. So if you notice a small identification, here we used circular brackets and here we used flower brackets. That's a small trick to identify the directed and non-directed graphs. Okay. Similarly, let us now go through adjacent vertices and adjacent edges, guys. So these things are really simple and basic, guys. So adjacent vertices are nothing but the vertices which are connected through a direct edge. Okay. Similarly, adjacent edges are nothing but which are directly connected to a particular vertex. Guys, you'll be understanding with the definitions and example, don't worry. Okay, so two vertices U and V are said to be adjacent if there exists an edge. So I told you, right? So if there are two vertices and they are connected with a particular edge, then we can say that these two vertices are adjacent. Similarly, if two edges, okay, are having a common vertex, so then we can say that here it is a common vertex, right? So then we can say that these two edges are adjacent to each other, right? Yes. So if you take a small example, here we drawn a small graph. So if you observe here, what are the adjacent vertices? So V1 is adjacent to V2, V1 is adjacent to V4. V2 is adjacent to V1 and V2 is adjacent to V3. V3 is adjacent to V4 and V2. V4 is adjacent to V1 and V3, right? Yes. So there is no need to write them in ordered pairs. You can just write them in this way. So in this way you can write, guys. So adjacent vertices. Similarly, adjacent edges. So E1 and E2 are adjacent, E1 and E4 are adjacent, E4 and E3 are adjacent, E3 and E2. Guys, I'm just saying by observing only, guys. These are the four common vertices which we are having. So both the pairs. That's it. Okay. Okay. So let us continue. So now let us go through finite and infinite graphs, guys. Okay. So I didn't draw any example for this. So let me draw it. So finite graph is a graph in which the number of vertices and edges are limited, guys. Okay. And whereas infinite graphs, so some students might be having a doubt that, okay, how can we draw a graph for an infinite? Okay. So it's just to draw in this way, guys. Okay, so just place some dots so that it is indicating that this pair or this format will be continuing for infinite. Okay, so in a finite graph we will be having the finite number of vertices and edges, whereas in infinite we are having any one of them is infinite, then you will be saying that it is an infinite. A graph in which is a finite if both the vertices set and adjacent are finite, otherwise you can simply say that it is a infinite. Okay. Okay, so now let us go through weighted graphs. Guys, please make sure that you are having an idea about weighted graphs, because whenever you are trying to solve any kind of problems in graph theory like shortest path and all those things, or Dijkstra's algorithm or Kruskal's prims and all those algorithms, you need to have a clear idea about this weighted graphs, guys, because this is just a basic thing. So a graph in which weights are assigned to every edge is called as a weighted graph. So here if you notice here, instead of writing E1, E2, E3, we wrote the weights here. So you can say that this is nothing but the weight to travel from A to B is nothing but 1. So some students might be saying that this has weight, some students might be saying this has cost. So both are correct. It can be called as cost or weight. Okay. So this is a small introduction about a few more topics about graph theory. Sorry, about graphs. So in the next lecture, we'll be going through one of the most important topic, that is nothing but isomorphism or isomorphic graphs. So basically this topic will be discussing about when you can say that two graphs are similar or same, when you can say that. Okay. So let us meet in the next lecture and let us discuss about this. Okay. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching.